Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Will with the Will Podcast, and I am blessed to be here with you today. As many of you know, the Will Podcast is brought to you by Devore Capital. We're a construction, real estate, and development company here in Jacksonville, Florida. And a lot of what we do is in the world of real estate. And right now, there's a lot of things going on. The inauguration is happening today, and many people are still wondering and worrying about losing their home. And I wanted to talk about foreclosure for a little bit right now, because I know that can be a stressful situation that many people are facing right now. But the good news is that you're not alone in this. There are steps that can be taken to avoid it, and we just want to take a minute to go over a few of those things as we get into the new era of President Trump's second term as president of the United States. And we know that the president of the United States does not dictate interest rates and all of those things like that. But the president does have a lot of influence. So do you even care about that? Right? Put it in a comment. Do you care if Trump's president or not the president? But he is the president, and if you're a citizen of the United States, he is your president. But many people, as we get into talking about foreclosure and what's happening with the home that you live in, that is a terrifying situation for many people. But the first thing that we have to do is, one, understand your situation. The first step in avoiding foreclosure is understanding where you're at. How did you get here? What is the problem? You're falling behind in payments. Was it a medical bill? Was it job loss? Was it unexpected expenses that just piled up upon you? The truth is that it does happen to a lot of people, and it's not something to feel ashamed of. But what we can do is we can learn from it, see how we can rebuild after it or during it, or maybe even prevent it. So let's start by figuring exactly where you stand. How far behind are you? What is your total debt? Have they started the foreclosure paperwork inside of the court system? Knowing these numbers, knowing the timelines, is critical to allowing you to understand the urgency of the situation. If you are worried about foreclosure and you've already started to miss some payments, that's where the situation can get a little worse. Sometimes there are things that can be done to help ease some of that burden initially, but you have to be honest with yourself and say, hey, you know what? I'm going through this situation. This is what's happening. How do we move forward? So take a breath. I know it can be overwhelming, but I want you to put everything down on a piece of paper, and that's going to give you clarity so you can look at it and see it from an objective standpoint. The second thing that you're going to need to do is communicate with your lender. Avoiding the phone calls, throwing the letters in the mail, that is not going to help you get out of this situation any faster or any better. I get it. It's uncomfortable. You're having to have, open and honest conversations with a stranger. But trust me, reaching out to your lender sooner rather than later is going to make all the difference in the world. Here's the thing. They're in the lending business. They're not in the real estate business. They don't want to foreclose on your home. It can be expensive. It's time consuming, and it's just not what they want to do. So oftentimes they do have programs in place that can help you, but you're never going to know if you don't talk to them. There's loan modifications. They can adjust the terms. They may be able to offer a forbearance. We've seen a lot of that after COVID. Where they can pause payments temporarily, and then you can put together a repayment plan and you can catch up over time. Throwing your hands up and just saying, hey, I want to walk away, that's not good for you long term. The key here is to be proactive. So pick up the phone, explain the situation, and see what they have available. You might be surprised how willing the lenders are able to work with you to keep you in the home. Third thing that we want to talk about is, explore those options. What resources are available to you if you're feeling stuck. Some of these programs can help you get out of the situation, can avoid the foreclosure, and can keep you in your home. Especially, let's say if you're a veteran, you may qualify for some different VA programs, partial claim payment, where you can bring your loan current. There's other programs that are backed by the government initiatives. They take a lot of taxpayer money to help people stay in their home. So just like HUD, they offer free counseling and services guide to help people go through their options and see what's available. The counselors help create a budget, understand your rights, and even help you negotiate with your lenders at times. Their services are free. So to not utilize them kind of puts you in a worse spot. You have these free resources that are available that are helping you. Sometimes the best way to avoid foreclosure is to sell before you lose it. This can be an extremely emotional decision that needs to be made, but if you start the selling process before it goes too far, you may be able to tap into some of that equity. You've been in your home for a while, you have equity. You don't want to lose it. You don't want to give it away, because once that home gets thrown on the auction block, that equity is going to disappear. So take advantage of the equity that you have. Protect your credit and give you a chance for a fresh start. And when you decide to go down that road, it could even potentially put you in a better financial position. You may have to downsize for a season or two of your life and get something smaller, get something a little bit cheaper, so you can start saving money again. So if in the event something happens in the future, you have resources available to help you stay, because that is a vital thing. And it's crazy with the real estate market, but it could be working in your favor right now, because homes are not dropping as dramatically in price as some people, indicated. So if you have the equity, use it before you lose it, as they say. Here's some of the things that you want to keep in mind, right? You don't want to wait until it's too late. The earlier you act, the more options you're going to have available to you. And if selling feels like it's the right choice, reach out to a trusted realtor in your area. If you're here in Northeast Florida, we'd love to have a conversation with you and see if we can help you and help you kind of navigate the process, and not belittle you, but, with care and respect and understanding the situation. Many of us have been there in the past, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Avoid scams. Oh my goodness. When the first notification goes to the court where you are in pre-foreclosure and they've started this process, you're going to get hit up by so many different people, and they're going to try to take advantage of you because you are in a tight spot. You got a $400,000 mortgage. They're going to offer you $200,000. Just be careful of the scams. Be careful of things that are not being done by ethical people. Some of the red flags is some people is going to guarantee that they can save your home with an upfront fee, and like, hey, give us $5,000 and we can take care of this for you, or you can sign this paperwork that you don't fully understand and walk away, and we're going to be okay. A legitimate help will come with people that are knowledgeable. They explain the process, and they're not going to come with high pressure or shady contracts. Stick with trusted resources, HUD approved counselors, or directly with your lender, realtors, people inside of your community that have good references, people that people that have used them in the past. And if you're unsure, you can always ask for a second opinion. It's your property, it's your life, it's your credit, it's your future. So protect yourself from scams, just to make sure that the problem of the foreclosure is what's getting addressed, and it's not somebody that's just trying to take ownership of your home. At the end of the day, foreclosure isn't the end of the road. It's not the end of the world. It is a challenge, yes, but it is one that can be overcome. It can be very overwhelming, but don't hesitate to reach out to us, reach out to somebody in your area. We are here to help you explore the options, whether it's, working with a lender, assessing the resources, or selling your home. Do not wait until it is too late. Let's create a plan. Let's get you back on track. Reach out to us today. I'm just a call or a message away. But listen, denial is not going to get you to where you need to go. This is your home and you have options. Foreclosure is tough, but with the right steps, you can move forward and you can regain control. Subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of stuff about real estate. We do a lot of stuff about business. We do a lot of stuff about faith, and we would love to help you get to the other side of this thing. But like I said, denial is not where you want to be. You have to acknowledge that there is a problem, acknowledge that you need some help, and seek it out. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.